de hecho, para mí desde la infancia yo siempre tuve un concepto de que la carrera militar para mí no existía.
Since he was a kid, he already had like a clear concept in his mind that the military career was not for him.
Que al final lo tuve que hacer y entrenarme en todos los aspectos de una carrera militar, pero por la necesidad que teníamos en el país.
He went through military training and he went through a military life for many years because of the necessity, not because he liked it, but it was needed.
Y que de hecho, pues cuando ya obtuvimos la información que la guerra terminaba, pues para mí fue una alegría, no solo por mi vida, sino por la de todos los que estábamos inmersos en una guerra.
When they told him the 31st of December 1991 that the war was over, well, it was a moment of great joy and happiness, not only because he had survived, he was still alive, but also because of all the people that were saved from death in the future by stopping the war now.
Aún me daban la oportunidad de meterme a la Academia Nacional para aprender, para irme a entrenar como para servir en la policía, pero como no era ese mi ambiente, dije no.
Before war, the law enforcement units in the country were the National Guard, the Hacienda Police, mainly. And there were others, but those two were the main. Those two were used by the government during the oppression times towards the people. So, part of peace treaties, those two law enforcement units had to be dismantled. A new police force was going to be created. The guys you see nowadays in blue, the National Civilian Police. In order to create over 20,000 jobs fast, the first candidates to become police officers were ex-rebels and ex-soldiers that were willing to become police officers. So this job offer was given to, this opportunity was given to Rafa, but he doesn't really, it's not his thing, so he declined.
Y de hecho fue una experiencia para mí, sobre todo en esos años, desde el 80 que estuve en un entrenamiento militar de 11 meses, día y noche.
1980, he was trained as special forces, as jungle special forces in Cuba. He spent over 11 months training.
Fue una experiencia que realmente decía yo, si estos son los gustos de ser militar, estos entrenamientos no eran nada agradables.
So after his special forces training in Cuba, he thought, what is the fun part about being military? You have to you have to do so much effort. The training is so damn hard. What's the fun part about being a military? That's not his thing.
He tenido la oportunidad, de acuerdo al turismo que tenemos acá en Sinquera, sí, de hablar con varias personas.
Due to the tourism situation nowadays, the opportunity has been given to him to talk to people that were involved in the conflict on the other side.
Y la verdad es que a veces se da la situación que uno no sabe con el tipo de personas que está hablando.
Sometimes you get into the situation that you don't know who you're talking to.
La diferencia en mí ha estado en que nunca he tratado de hablar en palabras, digamos, el enemigo como tal. Si voy en que ahí siempre trato de meter de nuestros adversarios, entonces como que no he lastimado mucho la
He
imagen
tries
de
to
las
see
personas.
his enemy with respect. He does talk about his enemy, but he doesn't talk about them as enemies. He doesn't talk about them as bad people. He doesn't talk about them with resentment. So, in general, I would interpret this as his heart has already forgiven.
Y al final, a veces después de que yo he hablado un poco de mi historia y el que la está escuchando, han habido casos que, perdón, yo fui un guardia nacional, hice esto, pero porque no sabía.
And it has happened that after him sharing his experience with tourists, then he realizes that this tourist in front of him used to be part of the army, and sometimes they have told him like, I am very sorry for what we did towards your people. We were following orders. We did not know what was going on. We were just fighting because we had orders. But they feel, in many cases, these people feel very bad about what they did, and they ask for forgiveness.
Y lo hicimos porque realmente los decían que había que defender la patria del comunismo. Bajo ese esquema la gente estaba ignorantemente haciendo.
Under the asseveration or under the phrase of we have to save our country from communism, that's what the military fought for. They thought they were fighting for something good.
Hay algo otros casos y tengo casos bien específicos, de gente que después que ha escuchado y se me han puesto al pie mis respetos por usted. Y hoy donde me ven, por ejemplo, Tejuti lo va, me ven y ellos me hacen sin burla, es una cuestión de respeto.
There's others. It's an issue of respect. You should respect your enemy. If you don't respect your enemy, you're going to lose that war. Yeah. So it's about respect. And nowadays he goes to neighboring villages that he attacked. And when he walks through those villages and people recognize him, they say, my respects to you.
Entonces hasta hoy no he encontrado una persona que igual me haya querido insultar después. Ha sido
He has
muy
never
fraterno.
encountered not even one person that after learning about his experience and how he expresses about his enemy, he has never found one single person that would be disrespectful to him or treat him in a bad manner.
Entonces no, este tipo de personas tampoco quizás las he lastimado, ni ellos tampoco dicen nada mal para sentirse uno mal.
So at the end of the tour, at the end of the conversation, you can realize that neither he has harmed with his words the people on the other side, neither the other people have harmed him after hearing what he's got to share. It's just about the approach. Like, we don't go through graphic violence. We could tell you how to split a human body with a knife, yeah, and stuff like horrible things that happen, but we don't go through graphic violence, and we don't take sides. We try to share just what happened from the most impartial point of view.
Y al final yo siento de que ha sido gran parte quizás la forma en que cada uno de nosotros logramos el aceptar la reinserción a la vida nueva después de la guerra y que hoy pues también nos permite el no tratarnos mal aunque por más que sepamos de quién era qué.
Even though now we know where we come from and what we all did, well, it's better to be in peace. We're brothers. Why should we be killing each other for the Cold War? For Russia? For communism? From Republicans? For the US? No, we're brothers. We should be living in peace. And if other people have other conflicts, they should solve them themselves.
Pues de hecho nosotros somos un país de los países más chiquitos del mundo.
As a fact, we are one of the smallest countries in the world.
Y muchas veces tratamos aún de compartir y convivir con las personas que están a nuestro alcance.
So we try to share with the people that are within reach.
Y que de hecho en cualquier parte del mundo hay diferentes problemas sociales, ya sean políticos, sean por delincuencias, que se viven en todo el mundo.
There's problems all around the world. There's gang problems, there's violence problems, there's political problems in every country, in every part of the world.
Pero igual nosotros como país hemos sido una experiencia en que tuvimos nuestros propios enemistades internas, también las resolvimos.
But as a country, we had our problems, we had our differences, we went through a war, but we were able, as a country, we were able, as Salvadorians, to get over that violence and live in peace.
Y que de hecho lo hemos mostrado a nivel del mundo, porque esto fue para nosotros hace 30 años, fue una novedad enorme. Saber que después de estar matándonos entre nosotros, estar firmando una paz.
30 years ago, it was like something new for them after killing each other, living together in a friendly way.
Y que nosotros pues también ahora vemos a cualquiera que esté a nuestro alcance, que venga a nuestro país igual. Nosotros tratamos de abrigarlo en la manera posible que esté a nuestro alcance.
So if someone comes from outside, a tourist or whoever, a foreigner comes around, well, we're always going to welcome them as brothers, as friends. And he feels like the best accomplishment or the main accomplishment is to be able to forgive, to be able to go over a conflict and turn it into peace.
Y que de hecho, al menos a mí personalmente me encanta conocer más gente, darle a conocer mi historia, no solo mi historia personal, sino una historia colectiva que hemos vivido en este
Personally,
país.
it's very fulfilling for him to be able to share with so many people from around the world his experience, and through his experience share the situation and the history of our country in the past, present, and future.
Y que hemos conocido todos los problemas sociales del país y sabemos que muchas veces los viven otros países y que son cosas que todos quisiéramos que viviéramos en una paz mundial.
So we know there's wars in other countries. We know there's conflicts, political conflicts, ideological conflicts in every part of the world. But he wishes for all these other parts of the world to learn about the sharing of our experiences, to learn how to solve conflicts, and for the world to eventually live in peace.